TheOAMNetwork.com.
Power to the podcast.
Dear Millennials, the Lit Ass Podcast! Yeah! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Before we start, we want to thank all of our listeners from Baltimore, Maryland, to Long Island, New York, to Los Angeles, California, to Houston, Texas, to Germany. Thank you all for tuning in night after night, week after week. Dear Millennials, the Lit Ass Podcast. Make sure you search us on Facebook, Dear Millennials, Instagram at Dear Millennials. We want to shout out our 600 plus followers. Last time we were only at 500 something. So thank you all for being active listeners and being engaged in the polls and all that. Follow us on Twitter at DMillennialsPod, YouTube Dear Millennials Podcast. All right, you can also search Dear Millennials on Apple, SoundCloud, Spotify. All right, and if you have any booking, sponsorship, donation, and inquiries, just email us at dearmillennialspodcast@gmail.com. If you've ordered a t-shirt, shout out to you all. We've been posting them all on our timeline on the page. Yes, Thank you for the support. If you haven't purchased your t-shirt, all you got to do is go to our Dear Millennials _ page on Instagram. All right, order your t-shirt. Only $20. Come on, get that joint. All right. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy, top rank Marvin Frank, singer, songwriter, educated, student to the game, homie, lover, friend. R. Kelly out in these streets, y'all. Be careful.
Fuck R. Kelly.
Ladies and gentlemen. How's your kids? I love you, kids.
South Memphis stand up. It's your boy McLovin. Got these chicks straight out the oven. Educated, motivated, dark skin, drinking hen. Teacher, preacher, got you down laughing, calling me the Grim Reaper. Oh.
All right, and we have Mary Jane, Georgia Ray's Memphis Pay, book club creator, the woman storyteller, and your favorite around the way. Girl. How we say Memphis?
Gal. Or maybe it's just me. Maybe
And y'all already know who it is. It's your girl OPP, a.k.a. South Memphis Queen, also known as the Memphis Fine.
Ooh, OPP, you came with that fire.
Yes, I did. Memphis Finest is in the house, baby.
Yo, and we can't forget, shout out to Gil over there on the soundboard. He's the owner of this humble abode here, Crosstown Concourse, specifically the OAM Network. So thank you for having the Dear Millennials. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 9 entitled Big Old Freaks.
Big old, we getting freaky.
All right, disclaimer. Hold on, y'all. We got to do this. All right, parental advisory, explicit language. All right, this is not for the faint-hearted nor the judgmental.
No.
This show is dedicated to the grown and freaky.
Grown and freaky.
I love you, but I get it from something. I'm just playing.
Put it out.
All right, y'all. So let's go ahead and get into it. So, ladies and gentlemen, if this is your first time tuning in, we always start off with the 10 DM commandments. All right, shit you gotta live by in 2019. All right. So, starting off, it goes without saying, our first commandment is as such. Every show, it's always gonna be the same. Thou shalt not support Trump.
Hell no. Fuck no.
Negative.
All right,
Negative.
number 2. Thou shalt not sell Nipsey funeral tickets. Come on,
What?
y'all.
Are you serious?
Tickets to a funeral?
Tickets.
Come on, y'all.
Funeral.
Be considerate, right? Especially when you're celebrating those that have gone on, man. Consider the family and how they feel and those that are truly grieving, you know?
Yeah.
All right. Number 3, all right, thou shalt not mute DC. All right, I don't know if you're aware, but in Washington, D.C., protesters are enraged. They are trying to combat these gentrifiers from coming into their neighborhoods, and they're trying to silence go-go music. What? All right, go-go music is definitely other culture. Shout out to my East Coast folks. So with that being said, dear millennials, we are definitely in support of the Mute DC movement. All right. Well, don't mute DC movement. All right. Number 4, thou shalt not post and delete.
Oh, I do that. I'm sorry.
Well, we're more so speaking of LMA and her comment about she would hate to have to go on stage for a surprise performance and have to sing somebody else's song. So she was coming for Jacquees.
Oh, yeah, she did. And she definitely, Jacquees, people definitely popped off on her.
Yeah, and she deleted it apparently.
So Jacquees' girl, what's her name? What's Jacquees?
Who's he going?
I ain't know he had a girl.
Yeah, his Dreezy.
Oh, so that's his girl?
Yeah, so Dreezy came back and was like, first of all, he didn't want to do your funky ass song.
Yeah. She said he doesn't even like performing it.
Right, and was like, first of all, look him up because he already got golds and platinums. In my mind, I was like, I don't know none, but it's okay. She know her nigga. So
what's Jacquees on the show, dog? You gotta be like Charlamagne. You talk that shit. You gotta back it up.
Damn right. What?
Jacquees that nigga though, low key. But in other words, thou shalt not post and delete any. In other words, talk that shit, little nigga.
I love LMA, but come on now.
Come on, boo. No pun intended. All right, number 5. Thou shalt recognize.
Sorry.
You ready, ain't it?
God damn. That's why it says Marvin. No, I'm just playing. You good. Number 5. Thou shalt recognize your flaws and correct them.
Correct. So this commandment is coming from me this week, D Mills, because I'm running across a couple of people that are not realizing their flaws that they have within themselves and will not correct them. So, as I'm going on my profound journey and learning about life and understanding and seeing the flaws that I have within myself and correcting them. So I just want you guys to have personal self accountability. Look into that shit. Like, understand that, once you identify your flaws and you correct them, you can grow. But if you do not identify your flaws and correct them, you'll stay the same person forever. So for this week commandment, please identify your flaws and correct them, because you cannot grow without them.
Speaking to growing and holding yourself accountable, that leads us to DM commandment number 6. Thou shalt watch your mouth. All right, per Kodak Black. All right, we all know what's going on, man. He was I heard Charlamagne said this, and I did agree. He spoke on behalf of all the dirt bags in the world who will plot after your girl after you either in the pen or, you know what I'm saying, unfortunately, you pass away.
So let me say something. Listen, and I don't think people understand. Believe it or not, people are mad at Kodak, not of what he said, but when he said it.
I agree.
For those who don't know, Kodak been trying to get at her. For those who don't even know, like literally, Kodak been in love with Lauren London. Like that was like literally. I think it was just too soon. Kodak is that nigga that be around you and your girl, and right when y'all break up, he texting like, so what you doing?
It's so just shouldn't have a number in the first place.
It's just too soon. Kodak, that guy who's the little brother, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then when y'all break up, little brother trying to get down on you. You know what I'm saying? That's all it was.
Hey, McLovin, you're a J. Cole fan. J. Cole put it perfectly. I don't remember the exact line, but in a lot with 21 Savage, he talked about how he had a conversation with Kodak, and basically he felt like he needed more guidance.
Yeah, he does.
Right?
He does.
But with that being said, wrong is wrong. So number 7, thou shalt not apologize, but then say, even though I ain't do nothing wrong. I can't stand a motherfucker that apologize. I cannot stand that. That's like dismissing You might as well not apologize if you're gonna apologize, but then say, even though I don't think I did anything wrong. Then what are you apologizing for?
So a lot of people don't understand. I'm a firm believer. Apologies are not for that person. Apologize is for me, so I can get that shit off my chest. I don't care how you feel about me after I apologize, because I've done my part.
Well,
I'm free. I'm good.
But in a sense, that's kind of selfish.
No.
It should go both ways if it's meant to go both ways.
So if I hurt your feelings, I'm gonna apologize. Although I might not have meant it that way, I'm sorry that you took it that way. And then I'm apologizing only so that I can go on about my life. You know what I'm saying?
Blah, 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 blah.
Is that not selfish?
That's not selfish.
It is.
Because at the end of the day, guess who holding the grudge?
is.
Me or you? You. I'm good. I'm living my best life.
Whatever.
Okay.
I ain't got.
Okay, moving
But
on.
I mean,
You always do a lot of vocals up here. You just letting everybody know you know how to
No,
sing.
I get that.
Marvin know how to sing, y'all. In his intro,
God damn it, it's in my
songwriting.
intro.
I'm just letting you know. He realized. Somebody asked me, it was like, do he really sing and write a song? Yeah, he sing and write a song. We gonna let y'all listen to him one
Look,
day.
I want. Let me say this real quick. McLovin, this is my nigga right here. Every time we go somewhere, like he's always trying. Nah, you are always plugging, bro.
I'm
and that's
always.
why, like, I definitely. This is a
bromance.
romance. It is, man. Shout out to
right
you.
now.
Right
But
now.
all right,
It's okay.
thank you, man.
First of all,
Get you
I
some
thought-
people
I thought
around
you
you
was
that
talking about
believe in you.
I was ready to
All
pop
right,
off.
and shit. Anyway, all right, moving on. So, commandment number 8. All right, thou shalt humble thyself and adhere to the advice from the OGs. With that being said, when you have an OG that tries to spit knowledge, tries to spit game, saying something out of love, though it's not always interpreted as such, right? When you're being redirected, sometimes we have to be humble and just suck it up and take it and listen and know that, you know what I'm saying, and with everybody here being an educator, well, most of us, everybody here at some point being an educator knows if you redirect a student or somebody, it's out of love. It's because you care. Now, if I don't say shit to you, it means I don't really care about what you got to say or what you got going.
Facts.
So, respect the OGs. They're here to it. Here to the advice. Number 9, thou shalt support HBCUs.
Yes,
all right?
sir.
But not just because Beyonce made a Netflix music documentary.
No,
Right.
man.
All right.
And it's you know, y'all make sure y'all support the small HBCUs too. A lot of people like the bandwagon on the big ones, like, and not knocking Howard or
'Cause we do have
Jackson State,
and Morehouse
North Carolina,
and no, I'm not knocking them. They good schools, but everybody already give money to them. Damn, give money to schools like I don't know, Lamar North College, the only black college in the city of Memphis, the 5th oldest college in the country. That's all I'm saying. Nothing else. Don't bring up Lane College.
Lane College, the greatest since 1882, baby.
Albany State University, the unsinkable.
University of Memphis.
Can we all just get along?
We can. That's what we
No,
here
I'm just
for.
playing. It's about that pride, baby. All right, y'all, let's wrap it up. DM commandment number 10. Thou shalt always be as petty as 50 Cent.
Man, he petty.
He is the king of shade. I don't care what y'all say. 50 goes in. Doc, if he gonna be petty, I was watching the Shade Room. So Floyd Mayweather was going down an escalator and 50 checked his ass. He said, "You thought you was President Obama one because he had the like presidential way."
That's what 50 Cent did.
He did.
Why?
It's on the Shade Room. It was hilarious.
Why?
All right, y'all. So 10 DM commandments. All right, things you need to live by in 2019. Moving forward, ladies and gentlemen, just a very quick touch on what's trending in today's news. It is now time for quickies. Ladies and gentlemen, can we get a real sexy?
Oh shit! Right there, get the toes too. Right there, lick it. Yeah.
Lick what?
That, you know,
All right.
that gooch.
So this week, quickies, you guys, we're going to talk about Lori Loughlin, also known as Becky from Full House. Her and her husband are facing up to 40 years in jail time for money laundering and bribery. So if you remember earlier this year, it was a huge college admission scandal with Felicity Huffman with many other actors and actresses because they were paying for their children to get into college. So she was recently indicted today, and her husband are facing up to 40 years, y'all, of jail time.
Damn.
I don't think that's I don't think that's fair. I don't.
You don't think it's fair what?
40 years?
Yeah, 40 years.
Was a possibility of 40?
Yeah, possibility of 40 years up to jail time. I don't think that's necessary. I feel like, maybe retracting and taking their child out of the institution, but 40 years of jail time?
So they're getting jail time
for paying for their child to get into college. So their children.
So bribery, in other words.
Yeah, but bribery and money laundering.
So they already make ridiculous sentences for black people. So I'm okay with that.
You okay?
40 years is a bit much for that, though.
40 years?
But if they giving Bill Cosby 70,
yeah.
If they giving Bill Cosby 70,
I take it back.
40 is a breeze. 40 is a cakewalk. 40 is honestly down the street.
I look at it like this, OPP. I think that's more than fair, right? Because consider this. There are a lot of jobs, especially as millennials, we apply for and we do not get. So consider it like this. As much as people try to act like the school doesn't matter, consider this. There's a possibility. There's a great possibility that somebody got a job because of the name, because of the school that they graduated from.
Yeah. And
that matters. And additionally, yeah, it's like it pisses me off because here we are, these state tests. Well, the ACT, SAT has been known to have, of course, racial biases within them. Mm-hmm. So other people have been able to get ahead of you, right? We talk about systematic oppression, right? They're able, that privilege of being born into, generational wealth has taken away from potentially some of your opportunity.
This is true, but I also want to talk about black privilege. So let's say Charlamagne did it.
But he didn't do it.
So he didn't do it. But he's wealthy.
So we don't have to do that though, because he didn't do. This isn't even. I'm not even making this about race. I'm saying the fact is Charlamagne was not the corporate. It's not a what if situation, and we got to stop doing that. We got to stop. Oh, well, if it was this. Nah, the facts are the facts. She was wrong. Shit, she needs to serve that time. 40 years.
Her and her husband.
They need to serve that, Doc. And everybody that was a part of it needs to serve it too. So
it was a count of up to 50 people in this whole multi-million-dollar scheme on top of that. So all of them should go to face jail time of a minimum of 40 years.
Because we work our asses off.
Okay.
We have to be that much smarter, that much more talented. We have to go above and beyond. And I know we got to move forward, man. But I'm just saying, it's not fair, bro.
It's not fair,
and
but
that's
we're
why,
also, we're
I don't have
people.
any problem.
We're brilliant people.
Yeah, but unfortunately, that's not good enough.
It's not good. It's not good enough for certain people, but we're brilliant.
If you get in the head because of what your mama has or what your daddy has, woo-wop bam, and you're getting opportunities that others who have probably earned that opportunity don't get,
All right, so.
But I love it. Yeah.
We can agree to disagree, but that's all I have for this week's Quickies, y'all.
Oh, people, I love you.
I know, I love you too.
I love you, boo.
I love you too.
She's not used to me going back and forth for her.
No.
Ooh,
it's all right.
I'm glad me and Mary Jane don't fight like that.
And what's crazy?
First of all,
look.
Like every other show.
Me and OPP agree. We just disagree on the sentences.
I just want you to know.
We both know what's wrong.
Y'all be arguing for real. We arguing. We playing these arguments.
Look, stop playing. No, it's not. She cussed you out on the daily. Stop it.
Look, I slick cussed him out at the beginning of the show.
Exactly.
I didn't know you were talking to Marvin.
Stop it.
But all right.
Moving on.
All right, y'all. So thank you, OPP. Was that all for Quickies?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. So Quickies, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you tune in. Just some trending news that we like to touch on, talk about real quick. All right, moving forward, it is now time for Hood Code with your very own McLovin.
Hey, how are you? It is I, the priest McLovin, came to give you all the hood codes of the Bible. Make sure everybody in the sanctuary shut the hell up. And turn to watch Leviticus.
Watch Leviticus? Okay.
Chapter 3.
All right.
Verse 7. When you have it, say, yeah, my nig.
Yeah, my nigga.
Yeah, my nigga.
And it reads, you are not a hood nigga if you didn't or do not watch the following in this order. Anime at 3 p.m. Sports at 7 p.m. Wrestling at 8 p.m. And porn at 10 p.m. You are also not a hood nigga if you do not have these two things. At least 2 pair of retro Jordans and an uncle that lives with your grandmother. Ladies and gentlemen, you have kicked it with McLovin for your hood code. Have a lit ass week.
Thank you, Big Love. We can always count on you for the hood code things.
Question: does the porn have to be exactly at 10 p.m.?
So the reason why for these, so growing up, if you're a young hood person,
Right.
you got to go to school, then come home, you watch that anime at 3 o'clock, which is normally Dragon Ball Z. Then sports come on at 7 p.m. Then you're watching sports, then switching from sports to wrestling at the same time because SmackDown or Raw come on around 8 o'clock. So then
You got to put yourself to sleep.
after that, you know, your mama gonna make you go to sleep because you got school and shit. And so then when she think you sleep, you gotta watch porn at 10 p.m.
My question is
10
why
or
do
later,
you-
10 or later.
My question is why you had so much damn time? 3 p.m. Who is at home by 3 p.m.?
See, once again, people don't understand.
Okay, you
so
did-
you gotta go home after 2:15.
You do.
You gotta do your goddamn homework and shit. Then you watch Dragon Ball Z at 3.
So hood niggas do homework.
Yes.
Yes.
Hood, we are smart.
Thank
talking
you.
You a hood
So-
nigga,
You're looking
Marcus.
at
I
the
mean,
South
Big 11.
Memphis queen on the side of here. Come on now.
So
Come on now.
after
Not.
3,
Come on,
you go
school.
outside and do whatever the fuck you saw on Dragon Ball Z to your friends. So you play with sticks and shit, poke them in the eye, do the Kamehameha wave, all that. Then you go back in the house because the street lights got you, and that's the rule. You can't be outside when the street
These
lights
Gen
hit you.
Zs don't know nothing about no damn street lights.
That's
tragic.
sad. You're right. You're right.
Sad.
But let's move. As a matter of fact, before we move on, can I get a fact check, please?
And those are the facts.
Absolutely. There we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, just in case sometime it goes over your heads, that is Bryson Wilson, straight from Sugarland, Texas.
Sugarland.
Sugarland.
My boy, right outside of Houston. Anytime we're giving facts or things that are officially certified, we'll give it a fact check. Hashtag, and those are the facts. You heard it here first, dear
And
millennials.
those are the facts.
Hello. All right, y'all. Now it's time for the Love Doctor segment. Are you having relationship issues? Is your man not treating you right?
He ain't.
Is she acting funny?
Man.
Are you trying to figure out what are we doing?
Bruh, every day.
If you're having issues, make sure you reach out to the Love Doctor and the Dear Millennials crew. All right, you can reach us at Dear Millennials podcast at gmail.com. All right, or any of our social media handles. All you got to do is just DM us your problem and we'll respond to it on air. All right. OPP.
That's all right.
Are you down with OPP?
Yeah, you know me.
All right, y'all. And that's other people's problems, y'all. Don't think
You already know what it is.
Oprah out here going. 'Cause she ain't with that shit, nigga. I'm just saying.
All right.
Just kidding.
Let me go ahead and get into this letter. Dear Millennials, so until I listened to the last show, I didn't know that I was what a situationship was. But now I've come to realization that I may be in one. We started off in a mutual friendship with extra perks, but now I'm in my senior year of college and this girl is trying to trap me in a relationship that I don't want to be in. This shit began my junior year. She began developing feelings for me, but I was in the mindset that we were free to do whatever we wanted with whoever, although we agreed on our arrangement. She's nice, beautiful, and likes a lot of the same music, books and movies as I do. Off the bat, she expressed that I didn't seem like every fuckboy she had encountered before. I felt like I was sweet and genuine and honest. I let her know what was up straight up for me, and it was both terrifying and exciting. As I'm near the end of my final semester of college, I told her how I felt and how I was interested in knowing other people on a level beyond friendship, like dating. She got upset and cut me off. I'm upset because she was my best friend. She knows everything about me, but let go of our friendship because she wants a relationship with me that I don't want. I don't know what to do. How can I just get my friend back, y'all?
That reminds me of that music.
What's that song? I was about to say.
Music so sad.
I just want my friend back.
Friend back. Yeah. Y'all keep doing that.
Bring it down now.
He actually wanted to be with the girl though, so it doesn't remind me of that song.
You said he wanted to be? Oh, you saying music did?
Yeah, music did.
All right, y'all. So, I think, first of all, thank you for reaching out. I'm assuming this is a young man that was reaching out.
Yes.
So, I will say this. All right, first of all, you're in college. Live your best life. You got plenty of time for relationships. You have plenty of time to grow with people. All right, it's okay. You don't have to force things. Obviously, you didn't see anything further than a friendship. However, know that throughout this lifetime, and ladies, you may disagree, but fellas, all right, when you engage, especially in sex with a woman, I'm just kind of decoding what he said about, what's up, Doc? All right.
Yeah,
what's up, Mr. King?
What's
up, man?
All right, guys, as always, we are
y'all.
talking to the people who are
Dang.
behind the glass window.
sorry.
Love
at
Dr. One from Love
Crosstown
Dr. Two.
Concourse.
I'm sorry. That's my nigga, man. All right. So, with that being said,
Wholesome.
kind of decoding what he said, he talked about friends with benefits, friends with perks. All right, man, just understand, and I think we can all agree that friends with benefits, that does not work.
Exactly.
It never works.
It never works.
Somebody always gets attached. So, young man who's in college, senior year, you about to enter the young professional world, just know, man, you cannot have your cake and eat it too. Unfortunately. All right, it's not gonna work. It'll work for a little while, but it won't last long. And additionally, in terms of getting your friend back, I think you have to respect that she had to cut things off for the betterment of herself. She can't see you as just a friend, and that's fair. There's nothing wrong with that. She sees you as something more, man, and instead of putting herself through heartbreak, instead of continuing to hurt herself, man, she just had to let go. So sometimes, you just have to respect that.
And it's so unfortunate because, at a young age, chicks love falling in love with their best friend. All right? So that's kind of like the heartbreak for her in this situation. But if you all basically built this situationship, this relationship / I don't know what the fuck ship this is.
That's a hashtag. Say that one more time.
I don't know what the
You
fuck
heard it here
ship
first.
this
Dear Millennials,
is.
the Lit Ass Podcast. What's it called? Hashtag what?
I don't know what the fuck ship this is. It was off of sex. You guys, right? They said there was no strings attached.
So basically, they were friends with benefit.
Yeah, so I mean, at the end of the day,
Exactly.
At
She
least
knew
that
what she
was
was
his
getting
interpretation.
into.
That was his
At least that was his
interpretation.
Let's be real.
Best practice is make sure communication is clear.
I agree.
Right.
But in the letter, he told her what was up from the jump.
It depends. Now, so I'll admit, McLovin, tell me if I'm wrong. Sometimes our version of telling them what's up, we don't get our point across, and they don't interpret it in the way that we want.
So, I mean, we can kick it and possibly, maybe, get to something later in line, down
Let's
the line.
pull the living single
But-
receipts.
But people need to
Right.
understand.
Come on, pull them up.
Nah, but that's
pull them
real.
up, Mary Jane.
And I'm agreeing with Marvin, man. But in the same instance, if he has told her how it is and being upfront with her, he needs to understand that, man, sex complicates things in the first place. If your goal is not to, be more with a woman, then they gonna be tied down. You know what I'm saying? If the sex good, especially, they gonna be like, shit, I don't want nobody else to have this. So I'm gonna go ahead, wrap this nigga up. And he needs to understand that women don't like being in the same place for too long or the same status for too long. We can't be friends and we kicking it all the time and we don't be a couple. We can't be a couple and be a couple all this time and don't get engaged. We can't be engaged this long and then not be married. We can't be married this long and not die together. I don't know if y'all think about dying together, but
You are.
I'm gonna let your ass die by yourself. Die by your
Don't marry
goddamn self.
McLovin. I'm just kidding.
Die by your goddamn self. I still got hope after you. No, I'm joking.
You sound just
Nah,
like my grandma.
that-
You need to.
That's real. So, you know what I'm saying, to wrap it up, my guy, thank you for reaching out. Yeah, man, you might just have to allow her to have some time and understand that it's not that easy. It's not, and just understand you saying, how can I get my friend back? It's beyond that point, man. Y'all have had sex, you've been intimate. It's way beyond that. Her feelings are attached, and she doesn't want to get hurt. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, reach out to us at, via Gmail, email at, I don't have to say at, but Dear Millennials Podcast at gmail.com. Relationship advice from the Love Doctor and the Dear Millennials crew. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we want to go ahead into our conversational piece. But before we do, we got our young boys in the building. Nate and y'all, come on up. Just say hey to people
Bring
real
some
quick.
energy.
Look, I'm going to say this. I wish I looked like Nate when I was in school. He get all the hoes. I'm just playing.
No, your ass can't get on my.
No, you gotta
just
say.
Take your
you
ass.
gotta say,
Bring your ass. No, bring your ass this way. Your ass on. Just wait.
Yo.
Give it up for Nate
come this way.
and Walker.
I thought his name was your baby
They
father.
got my bad. Your baby's father right here, and Luke No Skywalker, ladies and gentlemen. All right,
I take y'all ass back. God damn it, shit. Before they ask. No, y'all can't get your. Look, see, that was wrong with you, young motherfuckers these days. They love taking a shot from us old.
He
folks
knew he
and
was
shit.
coming up here wearing a tank top.
Yeah, first of all,
Trying to show out.
First of all, you ain't.
That's
buff.
why I'm going to the gym tonight, Nate.
No, fuck that, Marvin. Fuck this
And
show.
I'm going at 5.
Fuck this show. We finna go to the gym now.
Say no more.
Okay.
All right. So show's over.
Look body.
All right,
ass.
y'all.
So
But for real, man. Shout out to Nathan Payne, and Walker. They got a podcast coming soon. We'll definitely give you more info on that. All right. Doing it big for the Centennials. All right, the generation 1995 and.
Is it? I thought it was
Centennial?
96.
Is it
Okay,
Centennial?
96
I thought they
is
were
on my bad.
generation.
Are they called Centennial?
Let's
Centennial.
Wikipedia.
They have
I'm just
two
kidding.
names.
Never Wikipedia.
Centennials and Gen Z.
Yeah, Gen Z.
Gen Z.
All right, y'all. So now it's time to go into our conversational piece. If you're just tuning in, ladies and gentlemen, I said this early in the show, but I gotta say it again because disclaimer. All right, parental advisory, explicit language.
Yeah, mama.
Welcome
Sorry.
to Dear Millennials, the Lit Ass Podcast. But today we're known as Dear Millennials, the Freak Ass Podcast.
Freaker.
I'm sorry, mama. I'm sorry, Grandma.
this my
sorry.
song.
Y'all, I ain't gonna lie, I'm nervous.
Me
So
I like
this show
song.
is not for the faint-hearted. It's not for the judgmental. This show is dedicated to the grown and the freaky.
Right.
This my song. Hey.
So with that being said,
Uh,
ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about sex.
Let's talk
with
about
your freak
sex,
ass.
baby.
All right. So Mary Jane, she has a game for us, and I'm so afraid of these questions.
What? I'm afraid too.
You got a game? Oh, freaker. Oh, freak. You got sex games?
If these are just some questions, we're about to dive deep into our freak selves.
I think I'm in love.
All right. Again, I am not a hoe. Neither of us are hoes.
I mean-
Mama, Grandma, I'm sorry, but we got to do it. All right.
I'm sorry, mama. Boom, boom.
Let's-
I did it, man.
Let's jump right into the panties and make it wet. All right. First question.
What the?
Look.
First question, we gonna start it off rough because you know we like to just cut to the damn chase.
Get it rough.
Spit or swallow? Spit or swallow? Marvin, Frank, McLovin. Y'all go.
Do I want to check
Preference.
Do I want to check the
Spit or swallow?
Swallow. I need you to look me in my eye and then swallow. Absolutely.
Look at my refer. He just scared answer the question. Swallow. Why do guys like that?
Well, I think I'm gonna tell you a story real quick. I had a chick swallow and said, "You had Chinese food?" I said,
What I tell y'all?
Last episode,
What did I
said,
say?
eat your fruits and veggies.
Thank you.
"This girl is
Thank
a witch." I
you.
said, "You a witch? Get away
No,
from me."
it's act up season. So when you gonna act up, you better start eating right,
Act
y'all.
up and
Eat
get
your
what?
fruits and
Yeah.
your fruits and veggies. What did I tell
That's
you?
it. That's it.
Next question,
Okay.
please.
Wait,
you didn't answer. Oh no, that's for the fellas.
Okay. Is that,
Oh, do you want to answer?
Don't answer.
No, we ain't gonna answer.
Please don't answer.
We're not gonna answer.
No, hell yeah, y'all gonna answer.
First of all, I haven't engaged in such activities before.
Right?
So,
Oh, go ahead and tell us your deepest,
Her little
darkest
brother's here,
secret.
y'all. So that's fine.
I don't give a care.
Oh Lord.
Exposed.
So, of course, we all know that I'm a virgin. So
We don't know. We don't all know that.
So, D. Millie.
Hold on, OPP. Are you a real virgin?
A real
or are
virgin.
you a born again virgin?
No,
goddamn?
a real virgin.
Okay.
I have not touched, seen, sampled.
Seen?
Yeah.
Good. I wish I was
seen
there too.
Well,
But-
today your lucky day. No.
What the?
I have not touched, seen, sampled.
Okay, for the purpose of this question,
Yeah.
if you touched, seen, sample, would you spit or swallow?
When you're married.
When I'm married, I don't know. I just, whatever the moment is, I
Yes,
might
embrace
just have
the
to do it.
moment. All right, and my answer is, if it's my husband, hell yeah, I'm swallowing. My husband.
That's a safe answer.
My husband.
Right. So,
Okay.
So many
Next question. Hey,
use your name and pay.
All right.
next question. How many times a week do you masturbate?
Too many to count.
Believe it or not, I don't like masturbating because I feel like my ancestors looking down at me like, look at this motherfucker.
That is the scary moment when you're doing something
I feel
wrong.
like my grandfather, Luis Legler, I love you. He just looked down at me and be like, this nigga can't get no pussy. Come on, man. So I do not masturbate. Sorry.
Your life must be lonely.
Back when I was a youngster,
How many?
I would masturbate while I'm walking home from school. Real talk. I went through that phase, man. Long
What
story
does that
short.
even look like?
how?
So if anybody know anything about South Memphis, you come down South Parkway and there's a little street right there, in
my
a cut right
God,
there.
y'all.
And I just, hey, look, I was young, man. I was at Hamilton Middle, man.
God damn, you couldn't wait till you got home?
Nah, man.
Tragic.
Freak ass.
All right, Marvin, Frank, your turn.
He already said it.
I said it. And I squeezed it in,
Wait,
so if
I
you
didn't-
didn't,
I
you
didn't-
didn't hear. You didn't hear.
That ain't-
He said too
Rewind
many.
the show.
No.
He
I
said too
didn't
many.
hear.
He said too many to count.
Okay. I'll go. It depends on the damn week. Am I stressed? Do I need to go to sleep? Like, it really just depends.
You ain't got no hoes? Okay.
I don't.
Check a phone.
They about to be mad.
My phone. Let's go to O.
I don't think of it as masturbation. I was
Self-love.
finding myself.
Finding yourself.
I had to explore, and I was in middle school, so I was finding
So
myself.
how many times have you found yourself?
A week.
I don't know.
How often are you soul searching in the mother?
I don't know. Who counts?
Oh,
You count
my
All
God.
right, next question.
All right, next question in the middle of the game. What's your favorite porn category?
Ebony.
Ebony, okay. You like the
Mama,
big black
okay.
chicks.
Mommy, I love you. Why I don't have to connect this to anything my mama saw. That is so bad. Anyway, yeah, Ebony.
Believe it or not, I don't watch porn.
You are lame as
So,
hell.
let me
You
tell
don't
you-
masturbate. You don't watch porn.
You a
What the
liar.
fuck do you do?
So-
But you
So
are
let
lying.
me tell you why I don't watch porn. I don't feel like I get turned on by seeing two people fucking. Like I feel like I'm
lying.
just a third party. Like, oh
Mary
my
Jane,
God,
he
look at them
lying.
fucking. Let
He
me get my lotion because
lying.
these.
In other words, he gets it on the regular.
Anyway,
All right, do you want to answer this next O since I took it first the last time?
I do.
The
actually.
question
I do.
is, what's your favorite porn category?
I don't really have one, so I discovered porn from my sister. So whatever pops up on the screen.
Damn, she don't clear her browser history?
That's you trying to come in your track. No, whatever pops
Don't you hate
up
when
on
your
the
little cousin
browser.
try to look at your phone,
Exactly.
try to play games, and
Oh
you
my
like,
God.
damn, nah.
I'm in
Something wrong with my phone.
All right. My favorite porn category.
You better not say interracial.
Well,
You
they do
better
a really good job.
not. You-
But
Whoa.
Look like raw meat.
I like the head
What
for
you
the woman.
watching?
All right. I'm not going to give reasons why.
You just practicing. Huh?
No, I'm talking about the man giving the woman head.
Oh, okay.
Say you practice.
All right. Next question. Once a week, 3 times a week, 3 times a day, or every day? And I'm going to answer this one first. 3 times a damn day.
How much you want it?
If you're in if you're in a relationship.
If I'm in a relationship,
Nah,
if I'm in a
fuck
relationship.
that. If I have,
God, what am I doing?
If I have a consistent sex partner, then we fucking 3 times.
Like
a day.
rabbits.
Like rabbits.
Yeah, all day, every day.
Every day.
All right, Marvin Frank.
If I have a partner, every day is cool. Well, in a relationship, yeah, every day.
Every day. So
be
you
out here in
don't
these
like
streets.
multiple times a day.
Well,
Wipe it off. Go right
What
back
did Drake
at it.
say? We gonna go rounds tonight. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So, well, do rounds count as multiple times?
Yes.
Okay, then,
That's
yeah,
enough
multiple
times.
times. Okay, all
right.
that's cool.
If you were not a
Come
virgin.
on, what was that?
So-
If you,
So I didn't know that it was a restriction.
big old freak.
A restriction.
Big old
I just felt
No,
like
it's a preference.
it's a preference. I didn't know it was a preference. I just thought you get it in when you felt like
And
it.
then you done?
Yeah.
Okay.
You gonna make
I-
somebody
You know what?
real happy. You gonna be.
I didn't know like you're supposed to count. So I just feel I
I
felt
mean,
like
once you've had sex a certain amount of time, some people get tired. And some people, it's just
I thought
like,
that was
hit
the
it,
gym.
done.
I thought
and
that's
leave it
what you're
alone.
supposed to go to the gym for. Like to build up your endurance, to, exercise, get stuff, like you build up your endurance. That's the purpose of you going to the gym. So
Okay, next question. Wig on or off, guys?
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
McLovin.
Just play.
I'ma snatch the motherfucker off anyway.
What you-
All right, next question. Toes in the mouth or titties in the mouth?
Okay, I don't do toes.
I do toes and
I
titties,
don't-
so
I
I
don't
mean,
do toes.
that's
I
cool.
don't do toes.
Both. I do both. No, what is it? Both of them.
How often do you wash your bathroom floor? Your restroom, your bathroom floor.
I mean, niggas, it don't matter. I'm a nasty motherfucker.
All right, so that's all for the big old freak questions. You gotta
Right.
tune in. Ow, bye.
Yeah. All right, y'all. So thank you, Mary J. I don't know what that game was called.
Big old
Big
freak
old freak.
question.
Big old freak. All right, play that at your next kickback.
Or your
All
wet.
right, big old freak. That's the name of the question. All right, y'all. So it's been said that the Dear Millennials crew, as 100, we keep as 100 as we keep it. We can keep it 150. So with that being said, let's describe
Woosah.
our most funniest,
Or
sexual, or embarrassing sexual experience. I can start. I want to entitle this one "The Little Engine That Couldn't." Okay? All right. So I had a couple of moments where the little engine couldn't. I don't know what it was. If I had too much sodium that day, I don't know. I don't know if I didn't do my push-ups in the morning. I don't know what it was, goddammit, but it just... Little Thomas, well, not Little Thomas, but Thomas the Train, the engine wasn't working. I'm going to leave it at that.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Marvin Frank.
It happens to the best of us.
Hope not. All right, I'm gonna jump in. I had this night with this young man that I was with, and I had way too much to drink. After we had our fun, just gonna say fun. After we had our fun, we were fast asleep. I don't know where I woke up and I just threw up all over the place. I didn't
On the
need
sheets?
to.
On the
That was
sheets?
the only time.
On the sheets?
Yeah, sheets,
Ugh.
blankets, everything.
I would've left.
But look, he was so sweet. It was his place. He was so sweet. He was just like,
He had no
man.
choice.
He put everything in the washing machine, the dryer. He made a pallet on the floor, and he held me for the rest of the night.
He wasn't being sweet. He just knew that smell wasn't going to get out of him. And he had waited any longer.
That was so sweet.
He knew what he was doing when we got turned up.
That was so sweet.
My funny. So when I was in college, man, I was trying to pledge Kappa, and I needed some money, man.
Kappa, not Nuke.
Nah, man, I'm a noob till I die. Better ask about me. And I was trying to be a noob, and I needed some money for some chicken and beer. So it was this chick.
It's a Ludacris album.
Yeah.
Chicken and beer.
So you know, this girl was like, "Hey, look, you know, I'm gonna throw you some money. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I want to see you. You know, I'm like, all right, cool." This girl was big. And my roommate was in the room, so I didn't want to have sex with her in my room because I didn't want my roommate to talk about me. So we went in the shower. I forgot that you got to take your clothes off to get in the shower. When I mean this girl was big, in my mind, I was like, I don't know how the fuck we going to do this.
She was just big boned.
Nah, she was big. Nonetheless, you know, I cried.
Baby D.
You cried.
I cried because
Poor
it was
baby.
that horrible. Like I had to lift her stomach. Anyway, so yeah, that was that was funny. To have to lift the stomach up in the shower, it was horrible.
Oh wow!
But we definitely got chicken and beer that night. So you know.
All right. I guess that's all.
Yeah.
Unless you got some oopsies. Coulda, woulda, shoulda.
No,
Unless you was capping.
no.
Okay.
Yeah, moving forward. All right, y'all. So we did a poll on our Instagram story. All right.
And I'll take the men responses.
You take the men, I'll take
And
the
you
women
take-
in.
okay.
All right. So we asked, all right, ladies. All right, if you could give the fellas any advice for the bedroom, what would it be? All right, @_Lil Pixie said, find out what turns your partner on. All right, @Drea Badass RN, a badass registered nurse, I'm assuming, said, do not pound my cat emoji. It does not give pleasure. You're doing nothing. I mean, you're doing extra work for nothing. I remember Kivy said, God damn, niggas be trying to beat up the pussy like they don't want it no more. Nurse TT, is this your line, sis, or something?
No, she went to school with me at Albany State, though.
She said, confidence goes a long way. @Chocolate Beauty 14, the clit is your best
That's
friend.
my favorite one.
It is.
Treat her like it.
Yep.
That's my best
if you
friend.
know how to,
Last one.
how to make the clit happy, you will go far in life.
I do.
And let me tell you what's even funnier. Kiasha Christian said, Google where the clit is. All right, last one. So Hey It's Sarai said, listen to us. All right, and the same moves don't work for every woman. So ask if something feels good to
You're right.
us.
Because I got new moves now, man. I am
Interesting.
putting the goddamn smack down.
All right, jumping into the fellas, because we don't care about McLovin. All right, so fellas, what advice can you give the ladies in the bedroom? And I'm sorry, ladies, the men did not respond because they think they know everything.
We did have
All
one. We had one
I'm
response.
saying they didn't have a lot.
Oh, okay.
So J Porter _ it's supposed to be Esquire. I
LB,
believe.
what up?
ESQ said
My HK.
we coachable. ASL. What is that? As hell. I don't know.
SL, yeah.
So
Chicago
be
City.
vocal. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna show you when you need to stop, when you need to slow down, where you need to touch. Yeah. All right. Rogers 1906.
Good brother.
Spontaneity is key. Show her a new man each time you get busy. And then he also said she needs to not be afraid to initiate.
That's true.
Ooh.
Ladies, are y'all afraid to initiate? Because if you my man, I'm making sure you are aware when I'm ready.
So y'all make sure you're always being abreast of what we got going on our story. We post different polls. I have your chance to have your response read online. All right, y'all. So, Dage, Mary Jane. All right, are you speaking to your sexual experiences today? Well, you already did, didn't you?
Kind of. It was the funny sexual experience. Y'all gotta ask me a question.
Well, we'll go in the fantasy.
Let's go to fantasy.
Okay, we can go to fantasy.
Wait, so
I
my
think-
question, 2019, are there really versions in 2019, or are there people acting like? I feel like there are a lot of people acting like.
Really?
And OPP is one of the most sincere people that I've met who have like honestly abstained from sex.
I didn't think faking it was really
mama. I'm a virgin.
What the hell?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I thought we
People
were
say
grown.
that.
If you are, you are. If you aren't, you aren't.
Men lie, women lie, numbers don't.
Well, let's get into old
So,
fantasies.
Ofra, OPP. All right, what is your fantasy for that day that you become married? All right, and your knight in shining armor sweeps you off of your feet. Is there a fantasy attached?
So
Or
it
have you
is.
envisioned?
So do you want the honeymoon or on a regular basis?
Whatever you willing to share, boo.
Down and dirty.
So regular
he
basis.
ain't got a job? I'm just kidding.
So regular day, I didn't know it was a restriction, so I'm gonna throw restrictions out the window. I like to explore. If anybody knows me, I explore everything.
You really
Yeah, I like to
You
explore.
ready to really
I'm
explore?
curious. I'm a very
Okay,
curious
girl,
person.
keep that in mind because them men out there, they want you to
So
explore
I
everything.
like to. So the reason I was a health major to begin with was because of the penis. I find it quite interesting. The shape, the ball shape, like how one can be bigger than the other.
sensitivity.
Exactly how it touches and tingles and things like that. That always interests me.
You know, it's just
Fellas,
like a
does it
clitoris.
tingle?
That is how. Yes, like it
Apparently,
has
it's just like a clitoris.
it is.
Boing.
It's basically a long clitoris. If you study biology, it's a long
hashtag
clitoris.
a penis is a long
It's a
clitoris.
long clitoris.
I'm sorry, OPP. I keep cutting you off.
That's fine. So one of my fantasies is to get dressed up in character. And I get a paddle and I spank my husband just like on Players Club. I'm so serious. I always wanted to do that. Ever since I was on Players Club, I always wanted to get a paddle and spank the shit out of my husband. That is one of my fantasies.
Weekend, nigga.
I know, like, I already know
Guys.
my husband ain't going for that, but that's like one of my fantasies. I always wanted to pretend that I was,
Yes.
I forget her name.
Embrace it. Oh,
What is her name with the
Our
blonde
Players
hair?
Club? I forgot.
Yeah, I forgot. It was like Ronnie. I wanted to dress up like Ronnie, get the blonde wig, and I spanked the shit out of you.
the McLovin and Marvin Frank. Are you guys opposed to toys?
I am.
Even
First of
the
all,
dick rings or
first
not?
of all, my dick
I don't
too
even know what a
good
dick ring
for
is.
you
Yeah.
to. My dick too good for you to be having toys. First of all, I'm just being real.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
and my
Little dick
head is
problem.
awesome as well. So I don't need why you need toys. I'm the toy.
Marvin doesn't know what toys are, so let's
First
keep
of
it
all,
moving.
what the fuck you mean? I said,
All right, next question.
Damn! Say no more. So, what is the best brand of condoms? I say Magnum.
I don't know.
Magnum ribbed.
Yeah. Okay.
Why?
So
Give a reason. What does it feel like to you all?
It has a type of like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's kind of, if you put on the Magnum rib, there's they do something to the lubrication or to the condom that makes it extra sensitive in kind of like the middle section of the penis
I'm
area.
gonna tell you, the
have
Trojans
parts to
icy
it.
hot.
Little dick ass nigga.
No, I ain't just shit. You better check my whole facts anyway.
I'm just kidding.
Nah, it's just the fact that it has the icy hot on there. I damn near thought I was dying one day. I was like,
Icy
what the-
hot is great.
I was like, what the fuck is this
Yeah.
thing put on
Oh,
this
hold
goddamn
up.
condom?
That makes me think about there's a secret for women. If you're going to give head,
Halls.
gargle some Listerine
Or Halls.
And now that
I
you
do
brought
that for the
that
head
up,
for the girls.
Interesting.
You know, yeah.
okay, keep it moving. That was a sex
For
tip.
my lady.
Okay.
All right.
Sex tip sponsored by.
Ladies and gentlemen.
McLovin and Destinee. I mean, very
Dang, I shouted out the
No,
Magnum.
you didn't,
Hey, we
boy,
better
shut
get a sponsorship from Trojan Magnum Ribs. All right, sponsor Dear Millennials, the freak ass podcast. All right, so foreplay, ladies and ladies. All right, is it necessary?
Hex, yeah.
I think it's necessary. To go along with another one of my fantasies is to have a nice massage with hot oil. I think it's necessary.
Massage the ass. too,
Yes,
as
you have
get into
is that
the
not?
clover.
So my thing is, are these not requirements? I feel like these are.
Some guys don't know how to really just masseuse the thing.
YouTube it, gentlemen. It's easy.
No,
YouTube
you're
it.
supposed to. I feel like you should know.
There are
and
people
you're
that have a lot.
supposed
Some
to.
guys don't care.
Are you
They
serious?
are selfish.
No.
They want it for self.
That's negative
you
because
do.
I'm the type of person to be like, what are you doing? Aren't you supposed to do this?
Okay. So foreplay is necessary, ladies. Well, okay. Is drunk sex overrated? Personally, I think yes. When
You
I'm the
get
type
into
of
it?
drunk, I don't really. It doesn't sexually arouse me if I'm intoxicated. That's just me.
Drunk sex.
If I'm too intoxicated.
Drunk sex is definitely. I ain't gonna say overrated. Drunk. I'm a beast for drunk sex. Like what? If you want me to jump off the goddamn chandelier, I will. I will. And anything you need me to do, and I'm drunk, don't tell me now.
All right, drunk sex for me, I wouldn't even say drunk sex. I would say tipsy sex because if I'm drunk, all right, it's going to be... I would prefer tipsiness because it kind of gets me in the mood. It takes out my alter ego, who I call Janae. All right, and it takes me out. It makes me feel a little bit more comfortable. It allows me to do some things.
For a piece of
Interesting.
chain. No, I'm joking.
All right, so
not for no change.
drunk sex is overrated.
Oh, good
All right,
question. Would
what?
you pay for sex?
No.
Good.
As people don't understand, men pay for
Well,
sex
yeah,
all
we do.
the time.
We do. Take
In a
your
rela-
ass out to
all
eat.
a relationship is a
No,
long-term prostitution. That's all it is.
Negative.
Long-term
Negative.
prostitution.
No, sir.
Yes.
Sex
That is
is
a
love.
negative.
You
Thank
make
Stop.
love.
Let me say
Thank
this.
you.
Embrace
Let me
your
say-
Thank you.
affection to
Negative.
your opposite
That
sex.
is not long-term
Let me
prostitution.
say this before we move
Are
move
we
on.
serious?
Yes.
Okay, really quick.
No,
so we can
sir.
move on.
No woman is going to let you constantly have sex with you if you ain't giving them
shit.
if you ain't giving them no money.
Okay.
And
If
what,
it ain't time,
what I mean by
give
money?
them money?
So what I mean by
Love is
money?
also
What?
give
So what
and
I-
receive.
so-
Give and receive.
So what I mean by I don't mean give like going out, all that stuff. No one want to be cooped up in the house and suck dick all day. No woman wants that. They want to be taken out on dates. They want to.
Okay,
You know what
do
I'm saying?
you want to be giving head all day?
They want to get flued
Shit,
out.
I absolutely do.
You want to give head all day?
First of all, yeah. I mean, I would want to.
all
What's
Ming McLovin.
what's wrong with
Okay,
that?
he choking. All right, let's move on.
All right, y'all. So we got to narrow these questions down. All right. I think it goes without saying the genitals definitely have a mind of its own. We all have a moment when it's like, damn.
Yes.
Okay, that's how we feeling today. All right. I do want to ask this: have we left the era of make love music? Does music matter when it comes to having sex? Personally, I think we've gotten away from it, but I prefer it.
I think that the music definitely rocks the boat. It helps set the tone, but I don't think that it's mandatory.
Interesting.
And I think I would like for us to dive into the genre because I don't want to have
R&B.
sex.
R&B.
So-
I say.
So music
Niggas
definitely.
fucking the trap music nowadays.
So music definitely plays a role. As a matter of fact, if y'all are on Apple Music, y'all can download my
Get
playlist
him trying to
called
get his little commercial
Slow.
in.
That is at McLovin_IT on Apple Music. You know what I'm saying? But it has to be something slow. And also Apple Music has a mood playlist, which is awesome. Like,
I agree.
you know what I'm saying?
Bedroom Essentials is my favorite.
Yeah.
And that's just not if I might have it. So it's just
I never knew that
Music always sets the tone. Sorry.
Exactly. I didn't
it makes
know.
it less awkward.
I was going to say, I didn't know there wasn't no music playing. I always imagine music playing.
Sometimes if
Living
you
in
in the bathroom stall of Lenny's or something like that, you ain't gonna have music.
What?
So
the,
you
that is gross. Dude,
Yes, it
never
is.
have a
Okay.
sex in the bathroom of Lenny's
Have you
or
ever had
Subway
sex
for you
in a
people who don't
public
have Lenny's.
space?
yes. Have y'all had sex in public spaces?
Unfortunately, I lost my virginity there. All right.
In front of Lane College gym. Look at that.
First of all, God, I ain't lose my virginity.
Look at that.
Fuck, you think I am a lame? All right. So real quick, we'll go round table and then we gotta close out. All right, casual sex or relationship sex? I say relationship sex.
Mary Jane,
Which
you
is better?
next.
Oh, I thought you was about to answer.
No, you next.
Relationship sex.
Okay,
I
great.
want to feel secure. I want to be held. I want to know that you're there for me. I want to know that you really like me.
Yeah,
More
relationship
than a
sex.
lover for you.
Relationship sex is different. Casual sex, I'm gonna just beat the pussy up. But relationship sex, I'm gonna show you that I'm gonna caress you. I'm gonna give you a massage. I'm gonna lick your booty cheek, your left and your right. I am going to eat it from the back. I am going to eat your toes.
Y'all ever females?
Oh, kitchen floor.
Okay, I'm not gonna get into
not kitchen, not the kitchen floor.
Okay.
But y'all know,
the living room floor.
Y'all know the look when the
Okay.
man is sucking them toes.
Trust me.
While he
I'm sucking them toes, man.
Marvin, you better start sucking them toes.
That's why you're single now. You ain't sucking toes.
So I'll be married.
The big toe. The big toe.
Relationship sex. It is.
Yeah, relationship, sex, best sex.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, you are tuned in to episode 9, big old freak episode, Dear Millennials, the lit ass podcast, but now maybe known as Dear Millennials, the freak
ass
podcast.
Before we go, real
Freak
quick.
Nick.
Before we go, real quick, I just want to ask a question. Would you rather women, would you rather have penetration or head? And guys, would you rather have head or pussy? So I'm gonna go with
That's a hard one.
On a regular day, I'd rather get head.
no, which one do you prefer? Would you rather get head or get pussy?
I would like to make love.
It's love, doctor. Look at that.
I can't answer this question.
You got to.
That's a really
I don't
good
know.
one.
Yeah, it is. It depends on the mood, bro.
Because
It's not.
There's different feelings that you get out of both. For a woman, yeah, I'm gonna get aroused more sometimes out of that if you know how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna feel connected to you better if we actually, connect.
Understandable.
Connect.
So which one today? Which one
I'm
you
not
feeling?
answering. Move on.
I didn't know it was a separation. I thought you're supposed to get both.
Every
But he's
day.
saying the preference.
Preference.
Can I not have
She
both?
said this is an all package deal.
Can I not have both?
Somebody give OPP
like,
some head.
I'm just saying, can you not
Somebody-
have both?
Somebody-
I thought.
Yeah, that could be the separation in the mix.
Somebody give us some dick and head.
All right, y'all. We gotta move. Yo, we gotta get one.
Exactly.
Yo, so make sure you follow us on all our social media handles. We'll post it on the video so you can see it. All right, y'all. We gotta close out. Dear Millennials, open letter. Whenever you tune in, we'll have words of affirmation. Today, we want to present Miss Mary Jane. What can you leave us with to keep us motivated throughout this lit ass week?
All right, dear millennials, as you get through this lit ass week, remember that visions can be so random and can occur at any moment of the day. Usually you have about 60 seconds to truly live in the possibility of that vision before you are attacked with fear, doubt, and no plan of action. But you feel so good about yourself and what you hope to accomplish only in that 60 seconds at maximum. 60 seconds. And then the days go by and it was all just a vision. I challenge you to stop yourself from daydreaming in that entire 60 seconds and instead tackle it to become a reality before you are faced with your own self holding you back.
And these were words from Mary Jane. Dear Millennials, the words of affirmation.
I love Mary Jane.
I love it too.
I love you too,
I love you.
McLovin
OPP.
and Marvin Frank.
You see,
Yo.
she put my name
OPP.
first, right?
Family.
Right.
Well, because Marvin comes before Mac. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Dear Millennials, the lit ass podcast.
Lit ass podcast.
But today we may be known as Dear Millennials, the freak
Ass podcast.
All right.
Remember, thou shalt not support Trump.
Episode 9, thank you for tuning in to Big Old Freaks episode. Make sure you follow us on all our social media handles, especially Facebook, Dear Millennials, Instagram, at Dear Millennials _ I am Top Brain Marvin Frank, singer-songwriter, student to the game, homie, loving friend. Shout out to my mama, my daddy, my nephew Cam, my beautiful and wonderful, my sister Courtney Leah, my goddaughter Mackenzie Dakota, her mama Wooda. I love you. Shout out to my homie Dante, man. Welcome home, brother. I love you. Most deaf. Yeah.
And once again, man, y'all know what it is. Stand up. It's your boy McLovin. Got these chicks straight out the oven. Educated, motivated, dark skin, drinking hand, teacher, preacher, got you down, laughing, calling me the Grim Reaper. Man, baby McLovin, I love you. Shout out to Nadine. You know, Nadine, I'm gonna shout you out every day. Shout out to South Memphis all together. Also avid listeners all the time. Shout out to Lamorne College. Y'all definitely supporting. Shout out to Justin Street, who was smoking weed and definitely rocking a Dear Millennial
You didn't have to
t-shirt.
put him out like that.
But he's in the job. That's
you.
all right.
They don't know where he
you for your
stays.
Weed
so
is
it's
less
okay.
harmful than
Thank
alcohol.
you for your
For those that
support.
don't know, he
I didn't
stayed.
even realize that's what he was doing.
For those that don't know, he stayed in a state that legalized marijuana, so it really doesn't matter.
Right.
All right, Mary Jane, Georgia Ray's Memphis Paid, book club creator, the woman storyteller, and your favorite around the way girl. Shout out to Improper Influences mama. Grandma, I'm so sorry that I had to have this discussion. It was all the millennials' fault.
Don't be sorry. Be careful.
I'm so sorry. Yeah, shout out to Improper Influences, The Real Flossy Posse, Ivana, Sherelle, Drell. I love y'all, miss y'all. Atlanta, love y'all, miss y'all. Moving forward.
All right, y'all already know who it is. It's your girl, OPP, a.k.a. South Memphis Queen, also known as the Memphis Finest. I want to give a huge shout out to Walker, a.k.a. Luke No Skywalker, and yo baby daddy, well, yo baby father, also
I
known
like
as
your baby daddy better.
Right, yo baby daddy. We're going to change it to yo baby daddy. My little brother, also Nathan. And thank you, family, for always being our huge support. Hey, Sarai says, you know, I love you. Thank you for your support and always for tuning in our lit ass podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are Dear Millennials. Welcome. Thank you for tuning in to episode 9, Big Old Freaks. And before we go, we just want to say, have a lit ass week.
Yeah. Man, y'all freaky as a motherfucker.
Look, I don't want this to go nowhere else but the podcast. I'm moving on with my life.
Too late. I'm sending.
The preceding is an OWN production. For more information, go to theoamnetwork.com.